We're extremely excited this week to confirm that we're reopening for more students from Tuesday, June the 16th. As you know, we've been open all the way through the lockdown period, including the holidays, but it isn't the same with less of you in. As we previously explained, and as we've confirmed in home visits this week, the main focus for next week is on Year 10, with Teaching Group 10A returning for 2 days a week from Tuesday and Wednesday, and Teaching Group 10B returning for 2 days a week on Thursdays and Fridays. Year 11s have now received dedicated appointment times for face-to-face careers interviews, and provision for students classed as children of key workers or students classed as most vulnerable remains open and unchanged. We're going to spend most of the video today physically showing you what the school is going to look like next week and what all of the safety measures are that we've put in place. I again want to reassure you that safety has been the focal point of all of our planning. The final risk assessment for reopening is now openly published on our website, and what's fed into that is all of the government guidance and all of the scientific advice. Have a great weekend, and we can't wait to see you all. Take care.
For travelling to school, you are advised to not use public transport wherever possible and consider walking or cycling. If you do have no alternative but to use public transport, please be aware that from Monday you should be wearing a face covering. This doesn't need to be a surgical mask, but a scarf or an item to cover your face. We will provide fabric masks for students who are unable to offer a face covering. They should be taken home and washed daily. And please maintain social distancing. Consider your bus route and your bus journey times and when you'll be getting off. Maybe consider getting off the bus earlier and walking a little bit further. So on arrival at school, you will be asked a number of questions just to confirm how you're feeling, any symptoms, etc. before you enter the building. You're reminded of our social distancing outline and the need to, when you enter, to use hand sanitizer. You'll enter the building, there is a sanitising station in front of you. Please, all students and staff should be doing this before taking the appropriate direction for the Key Stage 3 group or for the Year 10 group, and make your way through the staff area, following the clearly labelled signs, through all doors until you get to the stairs. A further part of our arrival protocols will be a question and answer with students to see how they're feeling, if they're showing any signs of symptoms, or if there have been any symptoms in the family that we should be aware of. And also, part of what we're introducing is a simple infrared non-contact temperature check as well for students. No contact received. We'll give an immediate reading just as a guide so we can monitor students as they arrive. If students are showing an elevated temperature, then we will take the necessary precautions in line with the Public Health England guidelines. The hall will be your learning hub for your sessions for your 2 days per week. You will have an allocated seat and desk, clearly designated work areas and reminder of social distancing. You will have your own new pack of equipment, which should be yours and for yours only, as there'll be no sharing of materials. And all of your sessions will take place in this learning hub with your allocated members of staff. You will be required to regularly and routinely use hand sanitizer where you're unable to use washing. However, we're providing washing and toilet facilities in the staff toilet, which is located to the rear of the room. So students in Year 10 will be taking part in 3 sessions per day. There'll be an English session, a maths session and a science session. You will be in your set group, at your set table, and there will be set members of staff that work with you on your daily basis. Students may or may not be with other students in their usual group. We are working with 2 smaller classes, a group of 5 and a group of 6, and you've already been notified which group you're in. There will be some students that we'll be familiar with, but they are slightly amended groups, but it will be the same group that you work with each day for the 2 days that you are in. Yes, there will be food available. It will be a limited food service, small amounts of breakfast on arrival for students, refreshments throughout the day in terms of individual disposable drinks for students, and lunch will be provided. If a student is identified as showing symptoms of coronavirus during school, then that young person will be isolated with a member of staff and cared for until family can be contacted and they can be safely collected. They will be directed then to get a test. If that test proves to be positive, then that young person should isolate as per the Public Health England guidance, and all other students and staff in that learning pod will also be required to test. If that test comes back negative, then that young person will be allowed to return to school as per normal with the normal guidance of school protocols.